Hello everyone, welcome back. In the last lesson we got our storefront folder set up and we can start to work on the components. Okay, so in this lesson we'll try to add more components to it. Last time we have our home page, but before we start to work on the home page, let's try to add our navigation bar to it. Okay, and this time instead of using the Angular material, we're gonna use Bootstrap. And if you go to, let's see, components, there is this navigation bar that looks like this. Okay, so we'll pretty much just leverage this one and do a little bit tweak on that. All right, so let's just do it. First, let's see, we are in the components folder and we're going to create a new component called Nav Bar. Okay, and we're going to go to our Nav Bar and go to HTML. Start to work on this. Try to make it quick. So let's try to add routing to it as well. Well, actually, this navigation bar, we don't need to add routing. We just need to add it to our app.component.html because it's going to stay top all the way. And in this navigation bar component, we have the selector as app-nav-bar. So we're going to do something like this and save it. Should be able to see that. Okay, open your console. Syntax error. Well, it doesn't really say what kind of error, like which line it is. Let's come back and take a look at our nav. No, okay. So this double quote should be here. Okay, as you can see, basically we are creating a banner, a top bar of this color. That's what it does with this one. Okay, and then next we'll start to code the nav bar. I have a container. Router link equals to /home, and this basically is the title of the website. Okay, let's save it, take a look. As you can see, we have added a navigation bar banner. That's what it does. And we are using inverse, okay? So it's inverse color. If you don't use inverse, let's get rid of that. Take a look. It's gonna be a white color. Well, sort of white, which I don't really prefer. Prefer the inverse color, okay? And then we have this link, a nav brand. And this pointer basically is something that we're gonna add into our custom CSS, that when you hover this pointer, but right now it's just working even though we don't have the pointer customer CSS added yet. So let's continue. Oops. Okay. Nav bar, and we're gonna have a UL, an order list. So we have this nav bar left, basically pulling this unordered list left. And what this unordered list does is just several items we can add. Say for example, we have book as a link. Okay. And this would be a MD button. Again, when you see MD, that means it's a material design, Angular material. We give a router link of /book list, okay, and then it's gonna be looking like this, okay. So this is something when we click on this book, it will bring us to the book list path, and presumably we're gonna add a book list component later, okay. Just leave it here for now. And we're gonna have a form, deal with and just submit on search by title. And this is a navigation bar form. Mapper equals to post. Well, actually we don't need this mapper thing. And we have a div form group. A form group comes from Bootstrap, okay? So if you go take a look at Bootstrap and go to CSS, there's this form, and you can see the form itself had different fields, and each field will be wrapped around into a form group, which indicates it's just part of the group, okay? Part of the form. So this form group, we have an input, type is text, name equals to search by title, or not on search by, but search by title. And then we have a two-way binding, as we have talked about before. This will be binding to the keyword variable will be defined in the body. Form control, placeholder equals book title. And what this form control does is that with the form control, okay, for example, for the email input, the whole input will be extended to occupy all the spaces. If you get rid of this form control, it will be just, a part of the input field displayed. So if you have this form control class, you will just occupy all the span here, right? So that's from Bootstrap as well. And we have button, type as submit, class equals to button, button default, search. Alright. Then we have another an order list. That is something. Okay, so we have this book, and we have this book title, and we have search. This button should supposed to be going here, but we're gonna fix that later. So that's the form for search bar. Now we're gonna have something display on the right side. That's why it's called Nav Bar right. That's basically pulling towards right, okay? And then we have again a login control. This would be a empty button. Router link goes to my account. Alright. And this would be my account. And again, we're gonna have similar things, 4 of them. And next one would be the reverse order, which is just login by itself, and it will be pointing to shopping cart. And this would be shopping cart. This one, again, it's when you use a login, we're gonna display the my profile. Last one, log in, and this would be pointing to log out. And rather than the router link, we're gonna just invoke the click events from Angular 2 to call logout method. Okay, so this would be logout. All right. So we should be just seeing my account in this case. That's what is happening here. And in order to fix the style of this, we're gonna create a new file here at the app level. Well, sorry, at the source level. We're gonna create a new file, and I'm gonna just copy and paste in some CSS code. I'm gonna call this file as non-responsive.css. You don't need to worry about if you're not, unless you are very interested in the CSS, you can take a look, but it's pretty much just fixed navigation bar thing. And we just add a new file, right? And we need to include that in the style.css. So that's easy. Add import non-responsive.css. So that's included. And there's one more thing we need to get rid of. That's from the app. Sorry, not from app. From index.html. We need to get rid of this viewport thing. All right. And we're gonna go on our style.cs. I'm gonna paste in some CSS as well. It's basically just some, horizontal line change, body content, and material designs, several elements to make the width as 100%, the container size, section header, something like that. So you can find those CSS in the source code. All right. So that's pretty much for this lesson. We'll continue in the next one. So don't forget, you can find the source code in the attached document, attach the source code for this lesson.